Hey guys, what is up? It is me again, Nintendo Console Gamer. Today we're doing another in-depth weapon breakdown on the Energy Assault Rifle, the Eclipse, the second unlocked assault rifle. The Eclipse's main attraction is that it can turn the user invisible for a short time, but however, beyond this, it doesn't offer much else. It can generally be classed as a low damage weapon, although the weapon varies greatly depending on the weapon temperature. Shooting will heat it up, going invisible will cool it down. The higher the temperature, the higher the damage. The lower the temperature, the lower the damage. However, if you equip no upgrades, if the weapon is cooled as far as it can go without freezing up, it will do 6 damage to the body per shot. If the weapon is at its normal temperature, the weapon will deal 12 damage per shot to the body. If it's heated up all the way, it will do 20 damage to the body, which is a significant leap from the 6 earlier. However, you'll only be able to do this for one shot, the last shot. For headshots, it's going to do a damage of 9 lowest, 14 middle, and 27 at the highest as the gun gets the hottest. Use the improved damage upgrade and the damage will increase to 7 at the coolest, 13 at the normal temperature, and 21 at the hottest for body shots. And for headshots, it will do 10 at the coolest, 18 at the normal temperature, and 29 at the hottest. If you want to attempt to make the Eclipse pack a punch and equip the damage focus upgrades, the body shots will go like this: 8 at the coolest, 14 at normal temperature, and 22 damage at the hottest it could possibly be. For the final combination of upgrades, which would be double damage, it will do 8 at the coolest on the body, 15 at normal temperature, and 25 at the hottest. And for the headshot damage, it will do 11 at the coolest, 20 at normal temperature, and 34 at the hottest. This means your number of shots to kill and time to kill, consequently, is going to be all over the place. But generally, it's probably going to be in between 6 and 10 shots to kill. Just generally, if you keep the weapon at around the temperature it's supposed to be. Obviously, it's never a good strategy to rush into a gunfight just after you've finished cooling your weapon. If your weapon is all the way down to negative 270 degrees Celsius, you are in a problem because your weapon is not going to do much damage. Likewise, if you've been shooting for a while and you want to go into another gunfight, it's probably not wise, because although you'll do heavier damage, you're going to run out of shots fairly quickly. However, the number of shots contained in from going from the normal temperature to the hottest temperature at the maximum rate of fire gives you 23 basically 23 shots before it overheats. As far as capacity goes, that's right in between the Scar and the Deatomizer. In terms of rate of fire, the gun shoots at a fire cap, semi-automatic fire cap. It's the fastest you can fire is capped to about 350 rounds per minute, which is respectable for a semi-auto weapon, but is still pretty far behind most automatic weapons in the game. So for close quarters combat, it's going to be an extremely big problem. Another important handling characteristic of this weapon is its movement speed, which is around 85%, which is about the same as the Spaz 12, one of the faster primaries behind the Hive Cannon and the Scar, which is a good thing considering when you're invisible you actually cannot sprint. So since you have a limited amount of time to get from point A to point B, it is a good thing that it is a little bit above average. The Arc Eclipse has no reload, which is excellent. However, it does have a freezing animation and an overheating animation, and both of these are fairly slow and will often get you killed if you let it. But these are completely avoidable, which is a good thing. So theoretically, you could shoot forever without having to do it. Literally, I mean, you know, until the game ended. But another excellent thing about this gun is that it never runs out of ammo. It doesn't really have ammo. It just keeps recharging over and over again, which is a good thing. Another thing the Arc Eclipse does well is accuracy and therefore long-range combat. The hipfire spread is extremely tight for the assault rifle category. It's around that of the USP-45, in fact. The aim down sights fire is also incredibly accurate, even more so, and it remains a dot, a small dot, from all the way across any map. So it is basically one of the most accurate weapons behind the carbonizer and the phase rifle. Now on to the recommended loadout. This time, our loadout is a marksman class designed to keep the enemy at an arm's reach, and being able to create your own cover when necessary. For our secondary, we're going to choose the HVS-45, a long-range backup that's also a handy option at close range because of its power. For our grenade choice, we're going to use the frag grenade, able to ward off large groups of enemies if grouped together closely enough, and able to secure a couple free kills if deployed correctly. In order to be able to go silent much quicker, Capacitator will be our primary upgrade. To ensure that you'll be able to go as far as you want whenever you want, Metal Legs is a perfect choice for the second upgrade. Quickness will help counter the HVS-45's less than lightning reload, and improved energy damage will help give you a slight advantage in most gunfights and turn the tables on your enemy. That's what I recommend you use with the Arc Eclipse. Now that I've recommended what you use with the Arc Eclipse, it's time to question whether the weapon should really be used at all. It's utterly useless but for the stealth perk and hardcore mode. And its semi-automatic fire, its slow rate of fire, combined with its low damage, make it as inconsistent a weapon as any in Conduit 2 multiplayer. Although it may be a go-to weapon for campaign because it doesn't run out of ammo, is it really that great for multiplayer? Even the least skilled opponents will be able to slice you up when you have this weapon in your hands, especially if you're trying to use it effectively as a gun. Although it may come in handy for long-range combat, anything closer than the opposite end of the map will prove a tough challenge for the Arc Eclipse. And outside of the occasional less than great low-level players, against more skilled players, it'll be a tough uphill battle just to remain positive. Although it may be the best gun to have in single player, in the multiplayer component of Conduit 2, the Arc Eclipse is essentially useless. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and the links about to be displayed on screen will take you to my 2 previous episodes, the Hive Cannon and the Deatomizer. See you next time, when I'll be covering the Aegis Device.